Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss the next copy of our Aspire for Agriculture test series. We all know that we are having test series for agriculture optional, that is Aspire for Agriculture test series, in which we are having 14 tests, and this is the copy of test 2. So we have already discussed the section A of test 2 in the previous video. Section A has been discussed, and today we are going to discuss the section B of this test 2 only. Okay, so we will see what were the questions asked in section B and which questions the student has uh, answered, and we will just discuss the answer copy a bit. And by analyzing this type of answer copies, it could be very helpful in your answer writing journey. Also, you can learn various things from analyzing these types of answer copies, such as how to introduce, how to conclude, how to structure your answers. So all these things can be very helpful. So, first question of section B, which we are going to discuss, that is obviously question number 5 is compulsory. So the student has written 5A. The question number 5A is, what is alternate bearing? Okay, sorry, what are the causes of alternate bearing in mango and apple? The causes of alternate bearing have been asked. Causes of alternate bearing in mango and apple, and measures to overcome alternate bearing. Okay, so question is covered into two parts. The first part is asking us about causes of alternate bearing in mango and apple, and the second part is asking us about measures to overcome alternate bearing. So let's see how the student has answered the question. So we all know what alternate bearing is. Here the fruits are not able to bear regular crop. Instead, they bear crops in alternate years. That is what alternate bearing is. Now let's see the body of the question, that is major causes of alternate bearing. So I will be not discussing the answers in that much of detail because it will take a lot of time. I will be just highlighting the important points. But if you want to read the answers in detail, I will simply pause the video. You can simply pause the video and read those answers. Okay, I will be a bit slow in removing the pages, so you can pause and read the answers if you want to. So first cause is climatological factor. It could be due to high rainfall, high humidity, high temperature. Age and size of shoot can be another factor. Low carbon nitrogen ratio can be another factor. Hormonal imbalance can be another factor. There are other factors also. Okay, here you can see example of hormonal imbalance, lower oxygen, gibberellin, etc. have been given. So yes, there could be other factors also, but it is a 10 marker question, to 4 to 5 points is enough. Now see what are the measures suggested: proper upkeep, deblossoming, smudging and chemical regulation. Examples of calcium nitrate have been given, pruning, growing regular varieties. Here examples of varieties have been given, such as Neelam, Bangalore. For apple there is Golden Delicious, Home Beauty. So well written answer and well concluded. Now let's move to the next question, that is 5B. The question 5B is asking us about explain in detail about vascular wilt. So we had to just explain about vascular wilt. Okay, let's see how the student has discussed it. So obviously we all know that vascular wilt is generally caused by fungi or bacteria. Okay, and it generally affects the xylem vessels. The symptoms have been mentioned, examples have been mentioned, such as maple wilt, verticulum wilt, oak wilt, Dutch elm wilt or Dutch elm disease, Panama disease. So all these are examples of vascular wilt only. So well written answer. You can simply pause and read it if you want to. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is differentiate between predator and parasite. So we have to differentiate between predator and parasite. This was the question. Let's see how the student has answered. So first of all, introduction is simply defined one line about predator and parasite. That is good. Now we'll see the major difference. So predator act of preying of one animal by another animal. So here one animal is preys on another animal, such as here one deer is there and one lion is there, and lion is preying on deer. That is predator. What is parasite? Parasite is a practice of living as a parasite on or within the body of another organism. Suppose there is organism animal and some leech or other things is sucking its blood from this animal and living on it. So this is a parasite. Okay, so this is the difference between predator and parasite. Various parasites live in our body also, various harmsters also. So this is the basic difference, and rest of points you can simply pause and read the These are simpler points, and I think you will able to understand this. So you can simply pause and read it. The next question was, write a note on pheromone traps. So a note on pheromone traps had to be written. So we all know what pheromone traps. It is a kind of hormone trap which attracts the insects. Suppose the female insects are causing damage to our crops. So here in the pheromone trap, we will have some male hormone which will attract these female insects, and these female insects will come towards this trap and get trapped here. This is what pheromone traps are. Some types have been mentioned: net trap, water trap, bucket trap. So these are common way. Uses have been mentioned to attract male insects which are killed by insecticide in the trap. Okay, so we all know that opposite genders will be attracted by the hormones. Benefit have been mentioned, advantages have been mentioned, such as chemical free. There is no use of chemical here that much. Okay, protect the health of people and the environment. The good advantages, disadvantages have been mentioned. The well written answer. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is, discuss the various methods through which biological control of pests can be done. The question is about methods of biological control of pests. So first of all, in the introduction, the student has defined biological control of pests. We all know what biological control is. That is use of living organisms, biological organisms for the control of pests. We all know that it is eco-friendly because in chemical methods, various kind of harmful chemicals are used, but in biological, as other organisms are used, so we get rid of chemicals. Various methods have been mentioned. First one is incorrelative release of natural enemies. Here the natural enemies are released in smaller numbers. You can simply read it. Examples have been mentioned. Second is augmentation release of natural enemies. Here again you can simply pause and read it. Okay. Third is using parasitoids. Then we can use natural predators. So written points you can simply pause and read the answers. Now the student next question which the student has answered is question number 7. So 7A is, what are synthetic parasites? Okay. And the second part of the question is asking us about discuss its mode of action. Synthetic parotid, parathyroid, and mode of its action. So we'll see how the student has approached the answer. In the introduction, he has defined synthetic parathyroid. That is, these are group of pesticides that work by preventing one closure of the sodium channels in the in the membranes of insects, which paralyzes them and eventually kills them. So it kind of is a pesticides which prevent some kind of channel movements and other things in insects, and they eventually paralyze them and kill them. Examples have been mentioned such as Rilamethrine, Capethrin, Flumethrin, the good examples. Whenever you add examples to your answer, obviously it enhances your answer. Mode of action have been mentioned. How these are exonic exotoxins, how they stop the sodium channels. So all these things are mentioned here. You can simply pause and read the answers if you want to. How it disrupts the neuroendocrine activity have been also mentioned. So well written answer. Now let's move to the next question. Here the in conclusion could be better. You can see the synthetic parathyroid proved to be most effective in reducing pest infestation. It is not the proper conclusion. There could be some bit good conclusion here. Now the question 7b is, what do you understand by pesticide formulations? So simply, what is pesticide formulations have been asked, and differentiate between active ingredients and inert ingredients. In the second part, there should be differentiate between active and inert ingredients. We all know what pesticide formulations are. Various kind of pesticides are mixed. Not pesticides, various elements of a pesticides have been mixed. It could be some active ingredient, there is some active ingredient, there is some inert ingredient. Okay, so all these things are mixed so that the pesticide is stable at normal condition and it gives the best results. Examples have been mentioned. So the dust is mixed, inert emulsion is mixed, concentrated formulations are there, ready to use formulations are there. Now difference between active and inert ingredients. What are active ingredients? These are the major chemicals, the basic chemicals. And what are inert ingredients? These are added to these active ingredients so that this performance of active ingredient is increased. It is not harmful for human use and other things. Okay, these was the basic point, and you can simply now pause and read other points if you want to. So this was the 7B question. Now let's move to the 7C question. This is the discuss the casual organism. We have to discuss casual organism, symptom and management of symptoms and management of apple scab disease. So apple scab disease is a fungal disease. Casual organism have been mentioned, that is Venetoria inequalis. Its symptoms have been mentioned that it will lead to circular brown spots. There could be some dark brown spots on fruits. Origin have been mentioned. It is generally found in USA. Epidemiology have been mentioned. Etiology have been mentioned. So you can simply pause and read it. Well written answer. In its management is mentioned, we have to protect new trees, we need to water during drying periods, we should clean up and destroy infected leaves, we can prune trees, fungicidal sprays can be used such as sulfur, mancozeb or calcium, either chlorine, calcium items, those are use of resistant varieties can be there, use of florina, freedom, these are resistant varieties, so well written answer. Now the next question which the student has mentioned is question number 8. So the question number 8 is enlist some stored grain paste which attacks gram. So this is the first part. We have to mention the stored grain paste which attacks the gram and discuss the preventive and curative management of stored grain paste. So we have to discuss the preventive management and curative management. Let's see how the student has mentioned. You all know what stored grain pastes are. These are simply defined. You should simply pause and read it. Important pests have been mentioned such as off grain, such as angomys, grain moth, flat grain beetle, rice weevil, Indian meal moth, grain weevil. So all these can affect grams. Management preventive measures have been mentioned. How we have to maintain hygiene and sanitation. We need to dry the grains. Storage structures should be well maintained. So all these things have been mentioned. Proper stacking should be there. Disinfection of the storage containers. So let it answer. Now curative measures have been mentioned. How you can prevent them. Okay. Now how can we cure them? So first of all, ecological measures have been mentioned. Then mechanical measures have been mentioned. Physical, botanical, chemical. For example, use of malathion, engineering measures. So let it answer. Now let's move to the next question, that is 8B. So 8B is asking about discuss the various factors causing epidemic. So this is the first part of the question, factors causing epidemic. And the second part is the management of plant disease epidemic, that is their management. Management of plant disease epidemic. So we all know what a plant disease epidemic is. It can be defined in increase in disease in a plant population in a particular area. Okay, within a certain area, it is important. So this is what plant disease epidemic. Factors have been mentioned: pathogenic factors, host factors, sustainable environmental factors. So written points. Although there could be some examples, some facts could be added here, but it is okay. Management of plant disease epidemics have been mentioned, such as we can do avoid. How can we avoid these epidemics? Eradication. How can we eradicate them? Protection, resistant therapy. So fairly written points, but there could be more improvement in this answer. Examples can be written because there are various epidemics of plant disease that has been occurred in past. So that could be used in examples and how they were eradicated. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is discuss the casual organism symptoms and management of blister blight of tea. So blister blight of tea is a fungal disease, we all know it, and it is one of the major threat to tea industries. A lot of damage is by blister blight in tea industries. Casual organism is Isobasidium vaccines. Isobasidium vaccines. Symptoms have been mentioned. There could be some small pinholes on leaves. Okay, lava spot can be seen. Lower leaves develop blisters. The fungal spores can be seen. Become brown, and young affected stems bend and become brown. So these are some of the symptoms. Management have been mentioned. We can remove the affected leaves and affected parts. We can use body X mixture or any chlorine, copper oxychloride mixtures. Okay, so this can be added. So you can simply pause and read the answers. So written answer. And this is the end of today's copy discussion. I hope you have paused the video at different intervals and read the answer. So that is all for today. I hope you like it, and by analyzing these types of copies, it could be very helpful in your preparation also. So if you like it, please press the like button, please do share, and please do subscribe. It takes a lot of hard work to make such videos for you on a regular basis, and if you like, share, subscribe, it motivates us to make more such videos for you regularly. So that is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.